Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to episode 2 of Manor by Saxon. Last episode, we set up the game so that you would have a strong economy, really, in the basics of an industrial area, which we have right here. Now we're going to set up farming and trade, and we're going to start tapping into the resources. To trade well, you need to have these resources being mined. So stone, iron deposit, and clay deposit. And as you'll remember, Saxonia, my district, is in the corner here. And I'm probably going to try and invade one of these districts next. I wonder if this one even has any people claiming it yet. Doesn't look like it. And then this one up here has a bandit camp claiming it. So we might go and get our forces, our militia, and possibly hire some mercenaries and go take that objective. Okay, so let's zoom in and see where we're at. Just a little reminder here, we have a tannery, we have the marketplace over here. We're in the winter of our first year, actually about to enter the spring. And we have a saw pit, storehouse, probably going to have to upgrade that. The logging camp, which we're probably going to have to put some more bodies into. And then we have the woodcutter's lodge. Right now we have enough supplies to last us 7 months, and our approval rating is on the incline, so we're looking reasonably good. Now let's take a look at leveling up our district. What should we take? Trade logistics. We have improved bread, so let's go with bakeries. That is a level 2 capability. I think I'm going to go with the bread. Okay, so what's next here? We want to start upgrading these. Level 1 burgs, we need a food stall with 2 types of food. So let's just double check and see if we've got meat come in. And we should have berries coming too, nuts and berries. So we do have fruit coming as well. So I'm not sure why we don't have 2 different types of food stall. Maybe I should throw another family in here. Let's get rid of that. Clothing stall, firewood stall, and a food stall. We need a second food stall. So I'm probably going to try and steal a family. Oh, I need to put one into here to get that second food stall, I bet. Oh no, into the... Oh, I need a granary. Well, I'm going to put one over here, but I'm probably going to make some farms over here later, so we might have 2 granaries. But this one is close to the food market. So let's find what we need for that. We just got another family. Okay, so construct granary. I'm going to place it right here. And speed up a little bit till that's built. See, as we tick over from February into March, if we get another family here. Leather. I have enough houses. Pause. A new message. Will be ready. I think we'll choose here. We're not ready yet. So family has to come over here. So just to remind you that I have 9 residences or houses, and I have 8 families. So right after I build this, I've got to build at least 1 more residence. I'm going to keep the residences kinda close to the church. I think I'll build a road to market. So I'll go from here. Firewood. I need to leave room for a manor. I think I'll put a manor on this side here. So I'm going to put some houses right in here. So we drop into March. Oh, there we go. We just got the family right there. Okay. So we have 2 families building now. So let's go to residences. And try not to build too many so I don't waste the resources. And let's rotate them a little bit, see if we get a better mix up. and comfortable with that. There we go. And the next thing I want to do is build a well, because it helps combat fires when they break out. Maybe on this end. So my theory is, there's no way to prevent fires, no fire safety in the medieval household, but they do use the wells to put out fires, and if there's a fire, a well point, water point close to the fire, it'll get put out quicker. So my theory is the more wells, the better. The more wells, the better it ends well. Dun dun dun. Okay, so did we build this building yet? No. Need to speed it up. They got all the they need stone. We're out of stone. I have to mine stone. Okay, stop. Well, pause the game. Head over here and build a stone mine pit. I'll put this house on hold. This house on hold. I'll put this building, the granary, on hold. And as soon as they finish building that residence, which leaves me room for one more family, I'm going to have them come down here and build an open mine pit. Resources, stone quarry, mine thingy, dilly majigger, and build a road to it. So now we'll speed the game back up. So they should build this pretty quick. Oh, they built a, forgot to turn the well off. I can leave it on, it won't take long to construct the well. So the well is made, that final house is made. So these houses here do not have 2 food resources yet. Oh, that one does. Okay, wait. Stop the game. Stop the game, Saxon. Okay, so this one meets the requirements right here. These are all checked off. So I can go to level 2. Take a look here. I can grow carrots, chickens, goat and sheep. Vegetable garden, I think, will increase the food store. So the other thing I forgot to mention is each plot will generate a little bit of silver and money that will go into this supply right here. So I need level 1s to be level 2s to get that wealth. A level 2 and a level 3 generates regional wealth. Level 2 generates 1 regional wealth per month, and a level 3 generates 2 regional wealth per month. So the happier the people are with their beautiful homes, they pay taxes. Almost like the real world, right? So let's upgrade that one. Perhaps shouldn't have done that yet. Under construction, let's pause it and get this stone quarry built. Priority very high. Turn around, people, come back and build my stone quarry. Nope, they want to go back and build a beautiful house. The Saxonian dream. Another ruler's army was sighted. We'll click on that and see where they were sighted. So if we zoom out, it's quite a ways away from us. Light mercenary infantry, and we're all the way over here. So I think we're safe right now. So I'm going to put a family here to mine the stone right away, as soon as they get here, as soon as they get it built. Build that, and then you guys become stonemasons. Well, stone miners. Okay, so that's that working. And now I can turn these back on and go back to normal speed. That's getting done. And then they'll build these, turn these back on. Actually, I'm going to pause that one for now. Make sure this one's working. And up we go. The earlier you can create these level 2 plots, the better, because that creates a tax revenue, and then you can build a manor. In the manor, set your tax policy so that you start to get money over here for your lord. And finish the house. There we go. The house is built. The house of Saxon built. Turn this one back on. Set it to highest. Turn this one back on. Set it to very high. Storage is full in the stonecutter camp, so now they're going to start sending it to the storehouse, which is here. And I'm going to have to put a family in there pretty soon. Right, I'll put one in there now. And they immediately opened a market plot. So now our market is starting to grow. We have firewood, food stall, clothing stall, firewood. I think I'm going to save this guy here. I might end up putting the tavern here in the middle of town, next to the church. so you can get drunk and then go and confess your sins. For those people that do that, I'm sure nobody does that, right? Nobody watching this YouTube. Nobody making this YouTube. Okay, so we have 11 and then 11 families, so we need that extra house built. We're getting there, spreading slowly but surely. That's level 1. As soon as that other house is built, I'll make it level 2. And then we'll start growing some vegetables, vegetable gardens, and some chickens and goats. So we're slowed down into May. Oh, you know what? Very soon we're going to need to start making a farm up here. So let's start plotting the road out. I'm not sure why they're not building that. Should be building that. Oxen is not delivered. My ox didn't die, did he? No, he's still good. And now we're going to build a road. Kind of past the well. Up past here. Into the farm pasture. And then we're going to place another set of houses right here. Let me go back to normal speed so I don't get carried away. I've got 3 families building, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I need to build some houses. Alright. Now I'm going to build some empty farm plots up here, and to do that I want to have a well. Well. I'll put the well here at the entrance to the farm. That's just in case the farm catches fire. And then I want a farmhouse. British plots, right? Wrong. Farmhouse right there, I think. I've got the families to get it done. And then I'm going to start building fields. And I'm going to let them sit fallow for this remainder of this year to increase their fertility. And I think I'll place another farm plot over here. And another farm plot over here. Kind of a weird shaped farm, but it works.
Perfect for boots, belts, and...
There we go, that's enough to get us going for now. And so if you take a look at these, the farms, if you don't activate crop rotation, it'll stay here in fallow for the first season, and fallow will increase the level of fertility, but have no yield. And that's okay, because we're not quite big enough yet that we need a crop to grow. If we activate crop rotation, we can tell it in the second year to grow wheat. Wheat is very important so that we can have flour for bread. So I'm not a big one, but this will, for using the crop rotation automatic, but this will prevent me from messing up and forgetting to do it. And do we do barley so we can have beer, or more wheat? I think we'll go with more wheat the first year. So that, I've got 3 families on construction duty, and the minute they finish building here, they should knock that farm out. And how much stone do we currently have? 83, so we're looking good with the stone now. I would like to upgrade that. That's going to take a little bit. It's going to take 10 planks. Do I have people making planks? Saw pit. No, I have no family in planks, so I need planks. So now I'm down to 2 construction families. There they go, the busy little ant people following my commands. Look at the outhouse. Very important for sanitation. You don't want to crap in a place in the room that you live in. Like some kind of animal. I guess even animals don't do that really. Well, some animals don't do that. So we've grown to 13 families, 14 houses. We have to build some more houses. Once the farm is done, I'll make some more houses. We're at 14, we've got room for 15. Just trying to stay at least 1 ahead, if not more. Okie dokie. Well, let's see if we can add some veggies here. Vegetable gardens. Another vegetable garden. See, we've gone down here in our regional wealth. So it costs 15 per vegetable garden, but the vegetable gardens will generate passive food, which will come in handy. Those pretty little garden plots. And who's working a garden plot there? Okay, so I need to stop messing around and get some more houses built. Right there. And then build a road. So that'll eventually happen, as long as I stay ahead of the families. How much food supply do we have left here? 4 wild animals, so we're tapping out on the food supply. But it's probably a good job that we got those veggie gardens growing. Can I build an extra veggie garden? Maybe I should go for chickens. I can barely afford it. I'll use all of my taxable resources, my regional wealth. Let's go with veggies for now. Cabbage is better. Well, I need eggs for the protein. The game doesn't care about that. I'm just saying it for the fun of it. Chickens it is. My dad had chickens as a kid. Well, when I was a kid, my dad had chickens. We ate a lot of chicken. Well, I'm barely keeping up with my economy. That's a good thing, but I'm barely keeping up with the population growth. I've got 16. This should go to 6 here in a second or two. And then, well, that's a clay mine, really, a big open pit mine. Then up here, we're going to build a clay. I forgot what it's called now. Let's take a look. Clay furnace, so a pottery really. And go there. So here we are in September, our first year. Second year, here we are in September, our second year. And oh, I would like to say thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support. Please mash that like button if you enjoyed this. And if you have not already subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button. Whoa. I need more coffee. That helps the channel grow. It helps me make more content. Right now I'm pretty much on a shoestring budget. Just building this on my laptop and uploading it from the library. So, well, not really, a Wi-Fi book. But either way, if you enjoy the content, please support me by letting me know and leave a comment too. Thanks. Back to the game. Here we go now. The houses are being built. I don't think there's a road connecting those houses. That's something you need to do in this game, is have a road connecting the houses to the rest of the area. And just for the sake of it, I think I'm going to put a little trail around the well, dirt path around the well, so people can get to the water easy. Help put out them fires. That's my American accent, it's terrible. Well, the stable is doing well. You could say, get ready for it, the stable is quite stable. I'll give you time to finish laughing and holding your ribs. And I don't mean the barbecue ribs. Ribs! Okay, so this is all getting built up. I need another family in the saw pit so we don't run out of supplies in the winter. Fuel for 6 months. Food for 3 months. That's kind of scary. Means we might run out of food throughout the year. If I put another family in here, I might generate another food stall. 18 and 15, 16, 17. Construction finish on the firewood stall. And mining pit. Throw a family in there. Tannery is good, the clay furnace is good, it needs a family in there to make tiles, and then when I make tiles I can trade those. They're kind of one of the best things I've found so far to trade. I'll show you how to trade in the next year. We are looking at November right now. And let's check our resources, go back to normal speed. We have 5 families doing construction, so that's plenty of families building stuff. The tannery has got people in it. The granary is going to start having people in it as soon as they get enough stone. The clay furnace has a family in it. They can slowly build.
This is heavier than it.
Saw pit's got plenty of people working in it. Logging camp could use more wood. So the next thing I need is a woodcutter's lodge. Oh no, that's the fuel. Okay, we're good there. Storehouse has got 2 families working in it, selling the goods on the market. And here we have food that's starting to come to fruition. Vegetables. Well, I was growing vegetables requires plowing and harvesting labour. Yields depend on the plot size. So that's a healthy plot size. It's not fantastically large, but it's okay. And there's the chickens. You want to see my chickens? I know you do. I can hear you yelling into the computer. Show me the chickens. There we go. There's the buck. That is a really nice chicken coop. The ones I remember as a kid weren't that pretty. They were just any old bits of wood clapped together to make into a shelter for the chickens. But the chickens can roost at night. There better be a dog around here, otherwise the coyotes and wolves are going to get into these chickens. I want to see rabbits. If you're listening, developers, I want to see rabbits hopping around in the wild. Right now. Okay, so throw a family into that. The granary. The granary will create more food stalls, I think. It will certainly affect... So here we go, we got the bad news. People are going to starve. Ruh-roh, Batman. And we're already into January, so this will be a full year in this episode, at least. And we're growing nicely. We're probably starving, and we're going to have people starve to death in the winter. I think starving also increases the exposure, hunger of food. Ruh-roh. And now we got nothing. Let's check our food barrels. Our nut and berry gatherers. Nothing there. Our hunters. Where's my hunting shack? There we go. Yeah, they don't have much either. Ruh-roh. I take the family out of the farm. Put them into construction. Sorry, the approval is going to start dropping with hunger. So people can be hungry. If they go hungry for a long time, it starts to really affect your economy and your population. Wheat, set to wheat, set to wheat, and set to wheat. So this is where we go through these different stages. This is what you want to watch when we do this. The yield is affected by whether they've been fallow or not, so 61% is pretty healthy. It's not great, but it's not a bad percentage at all. So we should have plenty of wheat to make flour, to make bread. Hunger, yep, we know. We're a bad, bad lord. I'm waiting for this one to get finished up here. People should come rushing down. Was that the last house to be built? Yep. So now they should be coming down here. So let me put it on. See, we have some pretty bad requirements now. We have 17 families all suffering from hunger, and we have enough food supply, but we don't fuel supply, but we don't have any food supply. So people are going to be pretty mad. I'm going to decrease the families on the... Where was it? I kind of need those planks though. Well, I guess we just got to suffer it out and rebuild our popularity. Be lots of feasts growing this summer and people scavenging food away. So, general camp, still waiting for this one to get built, huh? Oh, it's almost built. It's almost finished. Come on. And now we need to throw labor into that. And under the advanced option, we're going to steal the oxen, who normally does the heavy labor of carrying wood and stone. This guy here, Lenny, Linhart, we call him Lenny for sure though. Anyway, he's going to come back down here, and then they're going to start ploughing these fields and getting the economy up and running. And in the fields, what we're looking for is we need it to be ploughed, then we need it to be seeded, and then we needed it to grow, and then finally harvest it. I'm going to go with fallow next turn for now. So let's speed it up a little bit so you can see what that looks like. So now you can see the oxen. It's really quite efficient at ploughing because of the plough upgrade that we've taken. So you've got people over here doing the ploughing, and then you've got an oxen over here doing the ploughing, and you've got people here doing the ploughing. You can't see it too well because of the snow, but people are doing the ploughing in fields where there's no oxen. The oxen is much, much quicker. You can see the dirt path that he's taken. I'll speed it up a little bit so you get to see it in action. See these people ploughing by hand or hoeing. And I don't mean the Christmas ho ho ho. It's the planting the hoe. I'm not sure if a lot of younger people these days would recognise a hoe. I know you're all giggling and I keep saying it, but a hoe is a farming implement. So once he's finished with this field, he'll move on to another field. And the villagers will, or the farmers will leave that field. And then right here we're looking at the ploughing to go up. When that's complete, they'll go into the seeding. He's going over here, I guess to this field next. Through the barn. The villagers have left out, and now the villagers are throwing the seed. And you can see here it's been fully seeded, and next it goes into the growing phase. Oh, she's seeding already, and they're still, they literally caught it right as they're going from the last ounce of ploughing into the seeding. Okay, so we're going to speed it up a little bit more. This one here right now is in the growing stage. And it'll show you up top the yield as it goes through the next 170 days, which is 3, 4, 12, 4, 4, 16. So about 5 months away. So March, April, May, June, July, August will be the harvest season. I have to think about that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to normal speed. And the families in here now are not really going to be used that much when these are all planted. So that's seeding, so I still need them to stay here until that's finished. That's finished seeding and growing. That's finished seeding and growing. That one's finished seeding and growing, so we're just waiting for this one to finish up right here. It's still in the seed. So we'll wait till it gets there, and then we're going to start doing some building. Okay. So the next thing you need is a windmill. What you need to do is go into the farming. He said farming. And get a windmill. Now if you look very carefully when I place the windmill, it's 90% here, 91%, 92%, 83%. We're looking for 100% if we can get it anywhere. But there's obstructions to the wind. That's not good over there, so it's going to have to be built here somewhere. 91%, 88%, 91%, 93. Probably saw a 94 there for a second. So 93 is going to be about as good as it gets. It might get better as we cut these trees down. And then next to that, I'm going to build a granary right here, and I'm going to build a bakery or a communal oven right here. So let's go back to storage. Granary right here. And the bakery right here, I think. It's right here under farming. There you go. So that one's going to go there. And then I'm going to unload the families. Hopefully this one is finished by now. Yep, it's in seed, so I can dump all the families out of the farm. They don't need to stay there. And I can take the oxen out as well because he doesn't need to be in there. I've only got one oxen so far. I'm going to pick up a second oxen soon. And then these 3 are going to start to be built, and at the end of the year they'll be used, so we'll have food again. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Tonto, disguised as a horse, went, "Nay." Sorry, that's an old joke from my childhood. And not a good one, just old, classic, yes. The animal level is building up again. And the fruits and berries level should also be building up again. 1 out of 16, so it's growing. So the people will stop starving. We're down to 3 families in need of food right now. I think communal oven. So 18 out of 25, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We've got 25 houses. Probably going to make this one to a bakery. I don't need to make it just yet, but I will later, when there's enough food supply. And if you hold down the button tab, by the way, you get a highlight over the fields, or over every building, but especially the fields. And right now, we're all at 0 out of 26, 27, 24, 35. That top field up there is going to be my biggest field. That's going to be my priority. So I'm going to set it to highest, so they do that field first. And I just want to finish off this video. I'm at 1 hour and 5 minutes of recording. I'm going to keep going a little bit longer so that you guys get to see the food yield coming out of the farm. I'm not going to build any more families, because that's going to, any more houses, because that's going to complicate my food requirement situation. So it'll stunt my growth of the settlement. And here we go, setting up a windmill. These buildings are awesome. Speeding it up so you get to see the windmill being framed out. We're in April of the 3rd year right now. We're losing popularity because we're still kind of starving. So there we go. Then you would put people in it, like that. And it would be generating flour from wheat. So what will happen is, when they gather the crop, they will gather the crop, then they will plow the fields again, and then they will come into the barn, which is this one right here, and then they will thresh the wheat into corn, and then they will transport it into here where it'll get ground into flour, then it'll get stored in the granary, and then it'll get baked in the communal oven. But you have to populate each one of those. And you can see the crops are growing. And I'm just going to fast forward here so you get to see it all working. Hopefully the villagers will get food from the wild animals and from the nuts and berries. So we're going as fast as we can. So we're at 25 families and 25 dwellings. We won't get any more until this has all been taken care of. I'm going to throw... Oh wait, I do want to do one more thing. I am going to upgrade the hitching post into a stable. And then I'm going to order, once that's built, I'm going to order 1 more oxen and leave it at the farm. There's Ollie. Lenny the ox. Too cute. Alright. So now I'm going to order 1 more ox. And then I'm going to leave him at the farm. So that'll put 2 oxes into this stable right here. And livestock. Lenny is waiting. Now I'm going to have Lenny go ahead and come back. Oh, look at that, my beautiful garden, my vegetable garden, lots of cabbage. And then the chickens. So we're trying to generate food. And right now we're going with, well, let's take a look, shall we, and see if the market stalls are getting any better. Food stall, it's got fruits and berries, so somebody's starting to eat. Fruits and berries. Oh, egg, vegetables, meat and berries. So the food's starting to come back. And that food stall has nothing yet. So we've got 2 food stalls out of 3 working. And soon we'll be getting plenty of bread for people. Bread is the staple diet. I love bread. I probably love bread too much. And I'm going to throw some people into here. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 3 into there. Well, 5 into there. I've got 1 in here already. I'll throw 1 in these. And we'll get going. Hold down tab. You see the yield is starting to go up now in each one of these. Got 13, 18, 8, 11. When this reaches maturity, these farmers in here will automatically start rushing out. Oh, I'm going to put an ox in here. Forgot to do that. Lenny the ox. Just going to. This field is set on the highest, so when that grows to maturity. Oh, actually, what else we could do, which I've forgotten to do. We have iron being collected. No, we don't. I didn't set that yet. So the open iron mining pit can go over here. So let's go to mining. Start collecting a backlog of iron. And then back over here, over here, we're going to set up a little industry, a cottage industry, by smelting it. And then a smith. And I'm going to release a couple of families to go do that from the farm. I left 1 family in there so they'll immediately start farming. That'll be a trigger for me to know that it's time to pull all the families out back to the farm. Everybody can chip in planting, growing and harvesting season. So we're not looking too bad. We got through our 2nd year where people were starving. And then our 3rd year, we're starting to collect the resources of clay, iron, and stone. There we go. I'm going to think of it eventually. The mining pit is finished, so I can go ahead and start throwing a family into that. As soon as this one's done, I'll throw a family into that. The Bluminet, governor. I wonder if that's where that expression comes from. Bluminek. It's an old expression, it's not used anymore. It's not in common use. Come on, come back over here. I think they'll go take a smoke break and have a sandwich. Drink some tea. And then throw a family into that. And then throw a family into that. And they will start producing all the iron we need for later on when we establish this house here as a blacksmith. So there we go. So now we'll be able, once that construction is complete, we'll be able to set that to generate weapons or tools, which is also something we'll be able to trade, which I'll do in episode 3. Checking on the field, we're about 50%, or you can use the tab button. 32 yield, 21, 22, 22, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. So at least 100 yield right now. Wonder if that'll get a family of 24 or 25 families through the winter. I'm going to start making other fields. In fact, I'll do that right now. Farming. I'm going to make a farm field and generate 3 more fields. 2 more fields. So I'll have 3 growing fallow for the rest of this year and growing into next year. It's all bright green, so it's good crop growing in this area. Now I've seen on YouTube an argument that more small fields are better than a few large fields. And if you've got the people to run it, I don't think there's much of a real difference, but let me know what you think. Tell me in your wisdom what you think is the best way to do it. And maybe I'll give it a go, because maybe you're right. Right now I'm going with small fields. Now I'm going to pull a family out of here, because I don't need finished stone products yet. Pull a family out of the bloomery. Well, actually, I'll keep that one in there. Clay furnace can stay in there. And pull one out of the windmill, because it doesn't need to be in there, that's just for dramatic effect. And start throwing them into here. So there's 3 more families that go into that. That'll make it happen quite quick. I've got Lenny the oxen in there. So the minute this converts over to harvestables, you'll see the people come out. 2 days. Right here you'll see them come out. There we go. Reaping in the sheaves, reaping in the sheaves. We all work together, reaping in the sheaves. And here we go. So now let me slow the game down a little bit and show you what's happening. Right now they're all harvesting the crop that's going into the farm, and as it gets transported here, this number will get higher. And then when they finished reploughing, right after the harvesting, they'll go into here and they'll start threshing the corn. Threshing the wheat. It's not corn like Americans think of corn. And even Lenny the field ox is out there. I imagine he is transporting. Oh no, he hasn't got to the farm yet, because he has to check in his stall and check it out and sniff and poop and make sure his barn is okay. Don't worry about using the door, Lenny. And you can see the wheat sheaves going in there right now. Oops, do we have a problem? See people gathering water. Is there a fire somewhere? Yep, there's a fire down here. So this is what I meant before by having... I saw people grabbing water and running. So they put the fire out right here, and that's because there's a well so close. Now they're obviously not happy, but they put out the fire pretty quick, and it hasn't spread. I guess how I learned that one. On my first playthrough of the game, I lost almost the entire village because I didn't have more than one well. And that wasn't centrally located. Here I have a number of wells, and they put the fire out pretty quick. Now when they all finish ploughing, then he started ploughing already. They plough the field, get it ready for next year, kind of cultivation. And then when that's all done, they all come back into the farm. I wish they could divide that up a little bit. I'm going to go to threshing priority super high, well as high as I can set it at least. You'll see right now that all the wheat is in there. Right in here. It's kind of cool. The graphic they've got. And when they finish doing that, they'll turn all that into grain. And then from grain it gets turned into flour. See, now they're going inside and they're threshing. Throw a couple of families in here. Finally put a family or two into here. So what we have going right now is, like I've explained before, we've got the grain coming to here and getting converted into flour. It then comes over here, or it should do, but it isn't. Maybe they're taking it straight to the granary, to the communal oven. And they're making bread as fast as they can. That will also get stored at the granary. Family out of there. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to throw another family here. And now we should start seeing bread making its way around to the rest of the village and into the market. So right now we have a couple of houses that are suffering with lack of food, but that should get fixed. Food stall, nothing in there. Food stall, got some bread in there. Nothing in there. Got some bread in there. So the bread is starting to make its way into the families. And when enough of it has been made, let's just check this pantry over here. Yeah, there's a lot of... I should have turned this one off. So there's a lot of grain getting converted into flour, but they've got to travel from here all the way back to over here to get it done. So it's slowly catching up. Should have left this granary open and closed the other one. Or larder, or whatever you want to call it. I'm deliberately not trying to grow the settlement right now. Church is ready to be leveled up. I need that to go up any further. And right now we're at a danger of 1 month. But it should start to go up quite a bit here shortly. Put this one onto wheat. And that way I've got 4 fields next year that are going to all produce wheat. And that should give me a pretty healthy stock after 2 years worth of farming. I don't think I can quite grow this one yet. I need to have a better food stall, and that will happen this summer and spring when the food starts to grow in at the nuts and berries. So, wild animals. So there you have it, that's the mechanism. We're just waiting to show proof of the concept here when you see the fuel. Oh, fuel. See, there's plenty of food now. This should start going up when the food makes its way in. Woodcutter's Lodge. So that's a 0 right now, not for food, but a 0 for fuel. My bad, oops, sorry folks. The Manor Lord mismanaging his people. So here you can see, even in the winter, we're starting to grow our resources back up. 3 months of food, which will clearly take us into spring when the animals and nuts and berries start to grow again. And we'll probably get more than 3 months food supply from bread, I'm hoping. And then all the fuel reserves are going to be lifted back up again. So there you have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I certainly enjoyed making it. It's been a walkthrough, talk-through, and a bit of gameplay. And we've built our economy and our food up a little bit for the second episode. In the third episode, we're going to get into trading and making some serious dosh. And we're going to lay down the manor, which I think I'm going to throw into this area here. The manor and fortifications, and maybe we'll go invade somewhere in episode 4. Peace out, love and hopes.